Bienvenido a una jornada más, esta vez la cuarta de NBA 2K14, la Liga Asociación, que en este partido nos vamos a enfrentar a Atlanta Hawks, el antiguo equipo de José Manuel Calderón. Vamos a ver si somos capaces de mantener dos partidos consecutivos ganando.
Sunday night in the NBA. It's the Atlanta Hawks.
It's the NBA. Welcome to our Sunday night broadcast
En
here on
general,
2K
dos
Sports.
partidos ganados y
We've got
una
Doris Burke from the
derrota.
sideline. By my side, Steve Kerr and Clark Kellogg. Welcome everyone. This
A
is Kevin
priori
Hart.
este partido hay que ganarlo sí o sí. Jugando en casa y contra un equipo de los más flojos de la liga, no queda otra.
Outstanding court vision and creative passing is the first thing that comes to mind, but of course he's also one of the best shooters the game has ever seen.
Steve, you mentioned the creativity
Así
he
que vamos
brings.
allá.
Despite the flair, he's really quite fundamentally sound. He's excellent with his decision making and understanding of how to create scoring opportunities for him and his team.
The last game for the Hawks, they picked up the W against Toronto.
Well, Kevin, they constructed a perfect offensive game plan going into that game, and it was quickly apparent how powerless the defense was to stop it.
Powerless is a good way to put it, Steve. We're unlikely to see that many uncontested baskets again anytime soon.
Venga el triple.
High hopes for what Lou Williams could do
Buen rebote,
with the
Pau.
team last year.
Para adentro.
It really started off quickly with Atlanta, had some good games, but eventually the season went down the drain with that knee injury in January.
Here's T after Pau Gasol's bucket. T kicks to Williams for the
Ahora
three.
está solo, Kobe, ¿qué
And that
pasa?
comes off the assist by Jeff T.
Ha
Williams has
metido
got
dos
5
canastas en la
points so
cara.
far.
D there, guys, was pretty much non-existent. I mean, you can't leave a good shooter like that open.
And for Williams' quickness, a big part of his game. We'll see how the knee affects his game, Clark.
You know, it normally takes a year or so to get back to
Buena
playing, 2 years
jugada.
to get back to 100%.
Nick Young.
Signed to a very cat-friendly contract, so Atlanta may be able to weather
Qué bonito,
the
qué
loss
bonito.
until he's back to his old self.
Here's Williams. He has 5.
Defensa.
And we're about a minute and a half into the first quarter. And Kobe Bryant gets the whistle that time. That's his first foul.
Ay,
Teague against Nash.
bien, Robert,
And stolen by Nash.
Well, Mike Budenholzer, you know, the new coach of the
Moreno,
Hawks,
vaya.
spent 19 years with the San Antonio Spurs, including 17 as an assistant. Well, you can ask for a better teaching ground than that.
Ya estamos arriba.
Doris from the sideline.
Mike Budenholzer and I got a chance to talk for a bit. When talking about who they'll be most concerned with on the other side, he laughed a little and asked, "You mean other than Kobe?" He said that it's an almost futile effort to try and slow Kobe because he can score in so many different ways, saying, really, all we can try and do is prevent him from getting into a rhythm and try to force him into tough shots. Guys?
And thanks for that story,
Buen
Doris.
tiro.
So he gets them both.
Mecánica fácil.
Budenholzer was with the Spurs for 19 years. Steve, the Spurs, the winningest team in pro sports over the last 15 years.
Yeah, I'm glad that Budenholzer has finally gotten his chance. I played for him for 4 seasons. He's a guy who loves the game. He's very dedicated, hardworking, and has learned from probably the best coach in the NBA during his time in San Antonio.
¡Toma! ¿Qué ha pasado?
And a foul called on the
Bien.
shot. Got him on the way up that time,
Come
so
on.
he'll shoot 2 right here.
Tú no tenías
Well,
que
Lewis
estar ahí.
Williams has 2 things working for him on the offensive end. First, he is lightning fast, and secondly, he shoots the ball so well that he's able to use a great pump fake, and he really keeps defenders guessing.
Going back to Williams, more turnover prone last season than we're used to seeing.
Yeah, that's normally a strength of his, Kevin. High volume offense without turning it over. Of course, he changed teams, so perhaps adjusting to the new system made him a little more mistake prone.
The Hawks trailing. And this is the first season matchup for them against the Lakers team.
Yeah, and you look back to last year, these two teams were very evenly matched. They split the 2 games that they played.
I know exactly what that was. That was a throwdown.
And how? Stand
Santa
aside when
pegado
this
ese
man's coming through.
I like it.
That's all you can do. Really, no stopping him when he gets that angle.
Lakers have gone 3 of 5 shooting the ball so far. It's Nash with the drive. Gets it to go. Going back for a second to your comment, Steve, in the standoff these teams played to last year, it may have been an indicator of how closely matched the teams in the middle of both conferences were.
Well, we know these two teams were certainly closely matched.
And that one's good. No
tirado ahí con la mano delante de la cara.
Now Nash. Just under 3.5 minutes gone here in the first quarter. Gasol backing down. And he makes good on the way.
Bravo.
Gasol's got his second basket. Well, Clark, we've seen the lead change hands quite a bit in this one.
Yeah, we sure have. I mean, it's been a bit of a windshield wiper game. I mean, back and forth, the lead has gone 5 times, so no one in clear control.
Venga, hombre.
Both teams feel like they can win. They both have confidence. So we'll see which team can kind of ride the momentum and take control of this game.
In many ways, the Lakers had what would be called the nightmare season of 12-13. Despite that, they protected Staples. Playing in front of the Hollywood Stars is always
Bien.
energy.
Está entonado.
They made the most of it, even though they struggled away from home.
T gets a screen from Horford. He kicks it to Williams. Horford with a screen on Kobe. Williams with the ball, guarded now by Nash. T dishes to Horford. 5 to shoot. And Williams, here we go.
Buena defensa. Venga, venga, rebote. Venga, hombre, por Dios.
And then Brand with the dunk.
Pure hustle on that play, and that's what it takes on the offensive board. It's not about
Tiempo muerto.
ability as much as it is desire.
And that Clark and some muscle. And he showed us he's got plenty of that with the huge dunk.
Well, in a tight game, I mean, they could use a few more of those hustle plays going forward if they're going to win.
And the Hawks with a completely new group on the floor. Clark, as you said, with the Lakers, very good at home last season in what would be one of their very few bright spots on the year. They go 29-12 in Staples Center, which put them in the top third of the league for home wins.
Well, Kevin, when you come into Staples as a visitor for a Lakers game, there really is a kind of a different feel. I mean, if you're the opponent, you look up at all those banners, you look over at all the celebrities on the side, you know, that theater lighting. It's a pretty cool spot, and teams sometimes, I think, can kind of get carried away.
Damari Carroll's checked in for
ya,
Paul Millsap. There's a minute left in the first quarter. Meeks passes to Johnson. Three-point range.
Muy buena.
Johnson's got himself going there. His first points of the game on the deep ball. Here's Schroeder, guarded by Blake. Schroeder kicks to Ion. Korver.
Peligro, esto es un peligro.
The pass to Cunningham.
Toma.
Here's Ion.
Otra vez con los rebotes. Ah, ya has sacado de dentro. Hay un problema en los rebotes.
Get to that one quite in time, Kevin. Those can be tough to gauge sometimes.
And that call gets an instant reaction from the fans.
Well, that's a whistle that did not go over very well.
And they're pushing it up.
Vaya robo, vaya robo.
Here's Cunningham. Now
Uy, la iba a fallar.
Reverse that one home. Now that was nice, real nice.
The agility on display.
Yeah, you love that body control. Oof.
Oh, that one had it all, guys. Power and grace. Just beautiful.
And here is Blake. Meeks dishes to Johnson. Sacre. Ion on him. No one near him.
Ya sacre, por favor, está solo. En la agita toalla este.
Toma,
hombre, por lo menos. Por lo menos no ha dejado tirar. Bueno, empate 19. Yo creía que esto iba a ser un poquito más fácil.
The NBA season blasts off. And the second quarter getting underway. No team gaining an edge so far. And what stands out to you from the Lakers in this one?
And a good start for this club. I like the way they played together, really moved the ball and did a nice job offensively.
Yeah, excellent ball movement, and it's paid off on the scoreboard, too.
And now, brought to you by Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset our lineups. So for the Lakers right now, Johnson out there with Hill and Steve Blake. Then there's Robert Sacre, and it's Meeks in at the 2 spot.
You know, the hope was that a change of scenery and a
Qué
chance to
fallones
run up
estamos
and
ahora.
down the wings would be just what was needed to get Wesley Johnson going in the NBA, but it just didn't happen for him last season.
Let's check out what Doris Burke has for us.
Well,
Gustavo
gentlemen,
Ayón.
the Lakers barely squeezed into the playoffs last season. Despite that, they had the largest luxury tax bill in the league, almost $30 million, more than double the next
Voy
highest
tranquilizando
in
un
the
poco que
Miami
esto se está yendo. Venga, vamos.
Maybe one silver lining for them with Dwight
Ay,
Howard.
joder, qué fallones.
The team
Dentro.
wanted to shoulder the even
Sí que va a
more
meter.
punitive taxes that began this season. Kevin?
Good point, Doris. Thanks. The Lakers have been perfect at the line so far, albeit just
Bueno, tiene una mecánica facilita.
And for Wes Johnson, the 4th overall pick back in 2010 out of Syracuse, he just hasn't been able, Steve, to break through.
Yeah, you wonder why, because he's got great size and athleticism, beautiful shooting stroke, and yet the shooting numbers just aren't there. So I thought he would be better coming into this league, but we'll see if
que
he's
para
able
algo
to,
vale.
to develop.
Claro que sí. Bueno, en ataque es pésimo, pero en defensa lleva ya
Blake with it.
unos cuantos chapones.
From Hill. On the wing, Johnson.
Mira que está dentro, ahora sí, ¿no?
Here's Sacre.
¿Será?
And the Lakers no good. Atlanta's gone 0-2 from deep here in the second. Here's Korver. Rejected
¡Uma!
by
¡Qué
Blake.
enano! Ya se tapone hasta el
Now
tapo.
here's Johnson. Tight defense out
¡Toma
here.
ya!
In a moment here to take a look at some
Jordan
of the
Farmar
for the Lakers.
para poner 4 arriba a los
Great
Lakers.
job of getting a hand up on shooters. Actually have gotten a lot of blocks as well, solidifying that defensive effort.
Well, the other thing I like is defensively, they're causing turnovers, and that's allowing
Venga
them
con los
to get
rebotes,
in
y venga con
transition.
los rebotes.
Brand good.
They've got
Los
to
rebotes en
continue to
ataque,
put pressure
el
on
cáncer de
defense
los
by
Lakers.
probing inside. That's what's really working for them.
And when you're doing the job they are inside, it takes pressure off the perimeter guys.
From deep, Johnson.
Vámonos.
And a great assist by Farmar as that one goes in.
Boy, such outstanding patience and decision making for them offensively.
Venga, 5 arriba,
Their
5
ball
arriba.
movement has been outstanding. They are piling up the
Esto tenía que
assists.
pasar.
And a look here at how the Lakers ranked in the NBA last season. 4th in rebounding, 6th in scoring. And they were a top 10 team in field goal shooting. Not bad for a team that's got an awful lot of young, talented players.
And this is a
Venga,
team that
rebote.
really
Ay,
relies
rebote.
most heavily
El
on the
rebote de balón, que no
rebounding
sale. Ahora sí.
that you talked about. I mean, top 5, they're a team that likes to attack the lane at both ends of the floor, really control the glass on defense and try to
No,
pound you
ya
inside
he
with the
terminado
offensive
la
boards.
jugada.
And here's Kobe after Wesley Johnson just hit the 3. Lock at 6. Kamen. That
Vale.
was good. And it's a 7-point Laker lead.
And guys, they continue to put a lot of pressure on the interior defenders with the way they work down low.
Well, it's become one of the stories of the first half, Clark, just piling up points in the paint.
The
El
Hawks
Tom
last
Brand.
season weren't really a bad offensive
Un
team,
clásico.
but they did have one of the more memorable offensive nights, and not for anything positive. In a January game against a tough Bulls team, the Hawks only scored 15
¡Toma!
over the course
¡Otra
of the
vez!
entire game.
¡Tú! ¡Uy! Joder, macho, con la mano ahí.
Defense sagged off,
Al que ha
and, he
traspasado el
did
balón.
not hesitate to rise up and
La
bury
mano
that
invisible.
The dish to Farmer. Elton Brand.
Ay,
grabs the
vean,
ball.
el rebote en ataque nosotros ni uno.
Brand's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. As you said, the Hawks had one of the worst offensive nights, Clark, in the NBA. But overall, we're a solid offensive team, right around the middle of the league. Steve just goes to show what can happen
ahí
when
no
a
hacen
team
nada.
goes cold.
Yeah, when you don't have that one guy who you can always lean on to score, I mean, there are going to be some nights where
van engañados.
everything just misses. And I think
Otra vez
that was the
rebote.
case
Bueno,
that
falta en
game against
ataque.
Chicago. It was kind of bizarre, but
Venga, que eres un perro viejo.
two games, it's going to happen.
The Hawks making a switch here. Millsap's checked in. Outside Gasol. And
Mira,
foul
métela,
at that
tío,
time. He'll
métela.
get to the line and shoot 2.
Well, he's such a versatile scorer offensively. I mean, Gasol's a guy who shoots with range. We saw him even make some threes last year for the Lakers. But
113
really good
kilos
at the
pesa el
mid-range
Gasol.
area, and he'll just punish smaller defenders down on the block with either hand.
And, you know, some have labeled him a finesse big man, Steve, but I think he's consistently one of the league leaders in offensive rebounds. You can't be a finesse guy and gobble up offensive boards. He's got that big height advantage, especially at power forward.
Now here's Teague. Back to Horford. Outside Williams fires the three.
¡Ay! ¡Qué buena jugada!
Williams has got 6 here in this quarter.
Well, offensively, he's taken a solid opening quarter and just built on it here in the second.
You know, I don't get caught up in whether Horford is a power forward or center. All I know is he can ball, and his skill set allows him to be productive and consistent.
1:29 left to play in the first half. Outside Teague. Right side Williams shoots, and that comes off the assist by
Le han metido dos en la cara a Nick Young.
15 points for Lou Williams. And Horford, a great combination of skill, speed, and toughness.
Yeah, but he's one of my favorite players in the league. Just such a high skill level, but tough. He
rebote en
rebounds,
ataque, coño,
defends
joder.
well. He can guard either the power
No se
forward
puede
or
arriesgar uno
center
porque no
position.
coge un balón.
And a winner. Remember, he won 2
Anda,
NCAA
venga,
championships
venga,
with
que
Florida.
se me han puesto
And
un...
Doris Burke has something for us. Hey, Doris.
Yes, guys, for Steve Nash last season, he became just the 5th player in league history to crack 10,000 assists, joining John Stockton, Jason Kidd, Mark Jackson, and Magic Johnson. Nash said to have just one scholarship offer and to play in the NBA as long as I have and to be on a list with people like Magic is beyond my wildest dreams. Adding, it's incredibly special, humbling, and a tribute to playing with a lot of great players over my career. No surprise, fellas, giving credit to his teammates.
Well, you have to like that focus on the team first. Thanks, Doris.
You've got to like what they've been doing down there in the low post, Clark.
I do. I love it. Their rebounding has been outstanding. So important in a tight game.
Uf,
And he was fouled on the way up. 2 free throws now for him.
se pueden ir al descanso uno arriba.
That one drops. He ties it up.
Empate a 32.
Now the free throw is good. Now leading by 1. 16 seconds left to play in the second quarter. Outside, Kobe.
Aclarado, venga, vamos.
With 1 on the clock.
Míralo, uno arriba, hay que ver, es increíble.
Hawks on top. They're up
Es
by 1.
increíble, he ido hasta 6 por encima de ellos.
Brought to you by Sprint.
El Lou Williams me ha machacado, vaya.
2K Sports as the NBA season revs up. Let's get into the halftime report. Atlanta battling in a close one against the Los Angeles Lakers.
Es que Kobe Bryant está
It's a
haciendo un
close game for
partido
the Suns.
desastroso.
They're going up
The Sprint Halftime Report, presented by Sprint.
Fíjate, Kobe Bryant. 9 minutos, 2 puntitos, nada más. Se acabó. En toda la primera parte.
Well, both sides have assessed
Bueno,
what they
no pasa
need to do over the break in halftime. We'll see now if one can pull out a way here in the third. It's been one outstanding game from
Venga,
Lou Williams.
concentración y
I
al
know
toro.
we've said this many times before, but I'll say it again. He had a great first half, just an explosive offensive display there.
¡Toma
Today,
ya!
I wouldn't be surprised if we're talking about what a great second half he had. He can usually keep it going for all 4 quarters.
¡Toma ya! Venga, esto va a cambiar. La segunda parte va a ser de Kobe.
Teague and Lou Williams, the backcourt. Paul Millsap out there with Elton Brand, and it's Horford at the center position.
Well, you look at the Lakers struggle.
¡Oh!
I think it surprised most of us.
Que me gusta.
Some of it was injuries, part of it was just a
¡Toma ya!
I don't
Esto
know if
empieza
this is
bien.
the time for that kind of flair. In a close game, the important thing is
Esto
the 2
empieza
points,
bien.
not the dramatic.
Oh, come on, Clark. He had to go for it, didn't he?
I'm with you, Kevin. You can't fault him for that. I mean, just let him go. Who cares?
¡Venga ya, vámonos!
Oh, and here we go with Kobe with nobody back.
¡Toma ya! Ahí he intentado sacarle la falta, pero no he podido. Bueno, 2 puntitos más, 8 puntos.
It's got to be nice for them to know that game in and game
Increíble,
out,
vamos,
this
increíble.
offense is going to be there for them.
Knocked
¡Otra
away.
vez! ¡Ya!
Teague with the ball, guarded now by Nash. Teague, the pass to
Que
Williams.
traquito.
Nelson.
Venga, vamos, Pau,
He's
venga,
up
venga.
against Gasol. Fades away.
¡Toma ya!
Here we go, one-on-one. Releases,
¡Uy! Si la llega a meter.
and Atlanta will come the other way.
Guys, for Kobe Bryant last season, you talk about adversity. I mean, the coaching change.
Mierda,
team
estaba solo.
struggle.
¡Ahí te ha fallado! ¡Qué
Finally,
bien!
once they started to get back on track right at the end of the season, he tears his Achilles tendon.
¡Qué buena!
Kobe Bryant, the completely torn Achilles tendon. You wonder if his big minutes contributed at age 34.
Entra.
Second in the league, for instance, in minutes played. He averaged almost 46 minutes a game in the 7 games.
Bien, madre mía.
leading up to the injury. And this is a guy
El tío se deja de tontería.
high torque at all times.
Well, there's no evidence that playing all those minutes led
¿Qué
to
ha
the
pasado?
injury. We
Ah,
know
vale,
that the
cuánto
Lakers
bueno.
are in a huge battle for a playoff spot, so
Me los comía, vaya, es que me los comía.
decided to ride him like that.
Si no llega a parar, me los
Makes you
comía.
wonder, at his age, was that just too much for him?
Hostia, ¿qué pasa?
Just a little over 90 seconds gone in the third quarter. Here's
Otra vez, es que
He
dos
finishes
rebotes
nicely
en
on
ataque.
the way.
Y dos
Horford's got
rebotitos
his
en
first
ataque.
points of the night.
And this offense needed that one after 4 misses to start the half.
Well, it was the Los Angeles Lakers winning their last game against San Antonio.
And they made their mark defensively that day. That was what was, I think, most impressive. Really caused a lot of problems in the paint.
Well, they spent a lot of that game in the air and got their hands on a lot of shots. A nice start to the second half. Just 1 miss in their first 5 attempts.
Horford
Corte,
sets a
corte.
screen for T. Horford goes in. He feeds it to Brand. Hits it.
¡Ay!
Brand's got 6.
Boy, he made a nice little bounce pass there. We call that the pocket pass, and he did it well.
Now here's Kobe. He's got 10. Shoots from the elbow.
And of all the things about
Ya le sale
him,
todo, le
like
sale
offensively,
todo.
it's his
10
composure
puntos en la
that
segunda
jumps out at
parte.
me. The way he never gets rattled. The
En
defense
2
can
minutos y
get
medio,
in
madre
hands in the
mía,
air.
qué
He
crack.
continues to do his thing.
And he's also a guy, Steve, whose confidence is
Uy,
not
¿dónde
very
iba?
easy.
Otra vez con los rebotes en ataque.
You have.
Otra vez.
2 shots in a row
¡Venga!
cause him to doubt himself. Not in the least.
Joder.
When you dominate on the glass, it really shows up on the scoreboard, but not so
Fíjate, los
much here
rebotes me
today.
están dando
You're
una
right, Steve.
buena.
Typically, it is a good barometer that indicates who's
Vaya
winning,
pase.
but
Bueno,
not so.
un fallo lo tiene cualquiera.
Here's Teague.
¡Toma!
Young outside. Left side, Kobe.
¡Oh!
Finish up the bucket.
¡Qué maravilla!
Kobe's got 12 points here in the second half.
He's flipped the script here in this
El
half.
73% de tiro.
From the field.
A shot
Bueno.
by Millsap. Hits the front
Vaya
of the
despiste
rim and out.
defensivo, menos mal.
Just
no lo
hasn't been a
metí.
very good day for him, guys. They need him to start burying some of those.
Kobe kicks to Young.
Poste bajo, venga, vamos. Poste bajo, poste bajo.
This is to Nash. There's the 3.
¡Bueno!
And now it's an 11.
Pues este partido ya es mío.
It seems that every pass they make is leading to a score here. I mean, that's just exquisite ball movement.
Yeah, they're making the right play, they're working together, and they're just looking for the best shot they can.
¿Por qué te quedas ahí?
T kicks to Williams. Brand outside. Down to 5 on the shot clock. The jump hook.
What?
And that one's good. Millsap.
Es más grande que yo.
Millsap's got his 3rd bucket of the night.
I've really appreciated their activity in the post today. I mean, their movement down low has been great.
Yep, ball movement, player movement. They're
Qué
generating a lot of easy opportunities for themselves down there.
Oh, vea, madre mía, cómo está Kobe Bryant.
16 points for Kobe Bryant.
He is just tearing it up this quarter. That lead's not going anywhere while he's this high. Hawks were pretty solid against the Western Conference, splitting the 30 games they played, 15 and 15. And if you do that against the West, when you're an Eastern Conference team, usually you're going to make the playoffs, and the Hawks did as a 6 seed.
And the foul
De
on
todas
Chris
maneras, iba a
Steve.
penetrar.
That'll be his 2nd foul of the
Segunda de
game.
Kaman.
Yeah, he had not established position.
You know, I prefer the refs to whistle with a block when in doubt. I thought that was a good call there.
1:06 left to play here in the 3rd. Korver kicks to Cunningham. Millsap.
Oh. Mal emparejamiento.
fades and shoots. Off the left rim
no
and
falla.
out. And for the Hawks against the West, as Clark, you were talking about earlier, 15 and 15.
Tranquilo,
Sound
tranquilo.
ho-hum, but Steve was actually the 4th best record against the West of all teams in the East.
Well, look, the West, we know the more dominant conference. I think 15 and 15 is a pretty solid record for Atlanta. So they had a good showing last year against the West.
The Hawks trail by 11. Cunningham dishes it to Korver.
Tapón, tapón. Otra vez con los... Venga, rebote de ataque. Se está hinchando a la Horford. Se está hinchando.
And no need to rush it. They can play for one shot.
And I think they should wait till about the 5-second mark to go for it.
Blake passes to Gasol.
Dentro, dentro. Ey, mete una, hombre, mete un 2+1. Fuera.
Well, not great numbers for him at the line, but not terrible either. About 70%.
That one is no good.
Tanto C.
Williams with the ball. He's got 17. 1 second left.
¿Dónde vas, chaval? ¿Dónde vas, chaval? Que te metes en la boca del lobo.
Friday, November 9th.
Bueno, encaramos el último cuarto, 10 arriba. Y además jugando bien. Menudo tercer cuarto que se ha marcado Kobe Bryant. ¿Dónde va? Que más comido, chaval, más comido. Madre de Dios, lo que acaba de fallar este hombre. Madre de Dios.
Williams kicks to Cunningham. But he recovers it. Second chance shot.
¡Ay, sácala de ahí, hombre!
Cunningham's got the first field goal of the fourth quarter here for Atlanta.
Seems like they're on their heels every time defensively because the ball continues to go into the post.
Well, if they don't pick up the aggression, things are only going to get worse.
¡Qué bien!
The Hawks trail by 11.
¡Qué buena mano tiene este Nick Young!
And the call will be against Steve Blake. That's his first foul. Al Horford is checked in for the Hawks.
¿Tiempo? Venga, está cerrado, está cerrado, está cerrado. Y la saca la falta.
That'll be his second foul of the game. Williams, that's a two-pointer.
Nada.
No good on the shot, a bit long that time.
An easy look there, but, you know, he misses those once in a while.
They get it back.
Bien. Bien, qué gran fichaje este Nick Young, Este es el que jugaba en Washington o en Filadelfia, no me acuerdo. Hay dos Young en la NBA, me parece.
And, you know, for the Lakers last season, a lot of turmoil. And you think about the coaching change, but it wasn't just that. It was a whole system change as well. And the front office felt the Princeton offense they started using wasn't working out. So they were in a state of flux all season long.
A shot by Williams, no good. Lakers
Se les hace de noche,
Pass to Blake.
Qué bien, qué bien.
The thing you notice right off the
16 arriba, tranquilidad, tranquilidad. Tiempo muerto.
And it's a combination of things. Good shot selection, mechanics are solid, and his movement on the perimeter is outstanding.
And you've got to respect his willingness to give up his body. Step in, absorb the contact, and put his body on the line to draw charges. That's definitely one of his specialties.
Ahí, cérale.
Here's Schroeder, guarded by Blake. That's good. And going back to the
saltado
offense
pronto.
that Clark mentioned, Steve, tell us about that offense and why do you think it didn't work out?
Well, they only gave it 5 games, Kevin.
Qué bien. Había pasillo, había pasillo.
And that's impossible to install an offense and expect it to work that quickly. So, I mean, I think the offense would have been fine if they had given it time.
Falta de Judy Meek.
Some time to install
O
it.
Judy Meek.
Kobe comes with the double team. And Williams, here we go.
They're completely untracked here. Actually, they're off the
Falta
track.
en ataque.
I'm not seeing the usual flow and movement.
Falta en ataque que te he visto.
And that's not like them. That's out of character. They got to get back to their free-flowing offense.
Blake dishes to Young.
Ay, ya era demasiado.
The Hawks trail by 16. Williams kicks to Brand. Guarded by Blake. Shot from 12. Rebounded by Kamen.
Well, I think the defense got lucky right there. I mean, he's going to make a lot more of those when he misses when he's got that much room.
He passes to Meeks. Nice passing here by Los Angeles. Kobe, the pass to Young. Again, Young missing.
Esa era buena.
For Atlanta, they've gone 2 of 7 from the field in what's been a cold start to the fourth quarter for them. There's Williams with the 3. That's good.
Bueno, alguna tiene que
Williams
meter.
has got 20.
There you go. That's the stroke we saw in the first half.
I think Doris Burke has something for us right
13
now.
arriba, 3
Thank
minutos,
you,
nada,
Kevin. I was
tranquilidad.
able to listen in on what Mike D'Antoni had to say to his team. He said to them, the lead we've got now is nice, but I want to make it even nicer. This is when we put the hammer down. It doesn't look like he's ready to back off just yet, guys.
Vaya tapón te has llevado, amigo. Has querido hacértela tú solo.
Here's Schroeder. Brand left side. Outside Millsap. Williams. And the Hawks getting another basket right there.
11.
A look at the clock. A little under 3.5 minutes gone here in the fourth.
Pasillo otra vez.
Kobe goes in. Kaman.
No nos liemos, no nos liemos.
And Young gets the play.
Venga, tranquilo. Vamos a relajarnos.
Now the feed to Meeks. Kaman. Guarded by Horford. Clock at 4. The 11-footer. And a
Qué
big
buena.
bounce off the rim, but it sinks
Qué
that
buena.
in. And the Lakers lead by 13. Williams kicks to Millsap. Feeds to Brand. Brand right side.
Defensa, que
Outside
tengo tamaño.
Williams. Williams double team. The putback. And
Madre
the jump
mía,
by
la
Horford.
cantidad de rebote ofensivo
Despite
que
the
está
troubles he
cogiendo
had
Al
in the first
Horford.
half, he stayed composed and focused, and now he's getting it going.
Outside for Kobe. It's up a 3, and that one's
Venga.
good. Kobe's got 5 points now. on the board.
Desbarajuste
Tell you
defensivo
what, they haven't
total.
exactly been shy about letting it fly from deep here in the second half.
You know, Steve, if you have the lead, you can afford to be a little comfortable with the three-point shots. You just don't want to fall
Hostia, al principio del
too
vídeo
much
dice
in
que
love with it.
en Atlanta jugaba José Manuel Calderón.
We've got
Pero Calderón
1:23
era de
left in the
Detroit.
fourth quarter.
Atlanta creo que llegó hasta las semifinales
Nick Young on the wing.
de conferencia.
Yes, and it's Blake picking up the assist. Blake's got 3
Vaya
assists.
fallo, madre
It
mía.
hasn't happened as quickly as he would have liked,
Vaya
but he's
fallo.
finally putting some points on the board in this game.
It's Williams with the drive. That's good.
Uish.
Williams has got 10 points in just the second half.
Late reaction from the defense, and he's always going to make good on that.
Kobe dishes to Kaman.
Kaman gave up his
Mira.
old caveman look, guys, but he's still an intimidating presence in the post. Good size and strength, and doesn't really get pushed around. Also, excellent timing when it comes to shot blocking.
Atlanta making a switch here.
Pues entonces Atlanta es uno de los gordos, ¿eh?
The Hawks have gone
Atlanta
7
es un
of
equipo muy
13
bueno.
from the field here in the fourth. Williams attacking. Outside for Millsap.
Otro rebote.
And stolen by Kaman. Young outside. He dishes it to Nash. There's 31 seconds left here in the fourth quarter. Outside, Kobe. Pass to Kaman. Tries in the post. And Horford pulls it down. Atlanta's gone 2 for 2 from three-point land to start the fourth quarter. Teague, the pass to Brand. Gets it to go.
Really good example there of some fine interior
Pues
passing
11
before that
segunditos. Otra victoria más para el casillero.
11 seconds left in the fourth quarter. And the basket by Kobe.
Terrific job taking care of business in front of the home fans.
And Steve, I thought those fans, those home fans, gave this team a big lift all game. A lot of
Venga, qué bien.
And so
Una
it's the
victoria
Lakers
fácil.
taking care of business here. And this one was such a
14
lopsided
puntitos
victory.
arriba.
They never let up. They were full throttle from the start.
And that about wraps it up for Clark Kellogg's.
Encima 2 victorias seguidas contra 2 grandes equipos. San Antonio y ahora Detroit. MVP Kobe Bryant por la segunda parte que ha hecho, porque la primera ha estado fatal, ha estado nefasto. Vamos a ver la estadística.
Yeah.
23 puntitos. Un millón. Es que me está gustando. Y Pau Gasol, la primera parte ha sido para él. Bueno, la verdad es que en porcentaje de tiro no está mal. Por ellos, ¿cuántos rebotes ha conseguido este? Fíjate, 12 rebotes. 12 rebotes, hay que mejorar en ese aspecto. Un serio en 27 puntos. Ahora el porcentaje del tiro de tres. Este ya está viejo ya, pero este es triplista nato. Bueno, señores, lo dejamos aquí. El próximo día más, la quinta jornada. Venga, hasta luego.